Those of you who have done track workouts, this is not that. That's what Bekoji sounds like. For those of you who have done immaculate workouts on the road, this is not that. For those of you who have done HIIT classes and had vomit coming out your nose and got after those gains, this is not that. Tonight, we are transforming Cadman Plaza Park into Bekoji, Ethiopia. My name is Knox Robinson. I am one of the co-founders of the infamous Black Roses NYC. I would just like to welcome you to our second ever women's open session. It's come purely at the innovation and the request and the behest of the women in Black Roses. We have Maddox, we have my co-captain Danny, we have Erica, we have...
They went to the bathroom.
Super exciting session. This is our Bekoji session. It's inspired, it was originally inspired by some trips I took to Ethiopia, to an incredible town known as Bekoji. It's a really tiny town that sits at about 10,000 feet altitude, 8,000 to 10,000 feet altitude outside of the city, like maybe 4 or 5 hours outside of the capital. And for being a really tiny town, it's yielded a wildly disproportionate amount of Olympic championship. There's something special about this town, not just because of the records, but because the town also is host to the only NGO operating in Ethiopia that offers athletic and academic scholarships to young girls and young women. The average age for marriage in the town is 12, and it's been statistically shown that if you provide girls with the resources and the skills and the education to get them to age 14, 15, 16, 18 before getting married or having children, that the resources that flow into their communities are wildly mind-blowing. And so a lot of folks in Black Roses have been supporting the organization for the past several years, and so we're also really inspired by the only female coach operating in Bekoji, Coach Fatih. She's the coach of Girls Gotta Run. And so a lot of the session that we're going to do tonight has been informed by trips to Bekoji. My colleague Jaggy over there was over there in January, checking it out firsthand. And when Chelsea's back, she was there. Let's start with a 20-minute warm-up. This site, this park, is weirdly the closest thing you're going to come, aside from a good restaurant, is the closest thing you're going to come to Ethiopia here in New York City. And so we're going to use this urban zone and we're going to transform it into the woods of Bekoji for tonight. The idea of Black Roses is that men and women working together collaboratively to pursue our best selves and to pursue unprecedented results. Nevertheless, my comrades impressed upon me the need to have a conversation with women, between women, and that's the idea of fostering this kind of thing. The communal aspect of training in Ethiopia and Kenya is really incredible, and so we're going to look at that, even how it comes down to a drill level. Okay, find a patch of dirt. Let's do this. Match that.
Ready? Right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Oh shit! Okay. That's what Bekoji sounds like. All right, straight out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go! Go, 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 go! Straight out, straight out, straight out, straight out, straight out, straight out. Go, 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 go! Let's just do a 20-minute fartlek. Full caveat. Fartlek, it's a rather indiscreet sounding term, but it does come from a Finnish word meaning speed play. Instead of going onto the track and doing regimented, metric-based, hardcore arithmetic intervals, you're gonna just run, you're gonna use your natural environment. So you might wanna run in between lampposts. You might wanna run in between trees. You might wanna run 1 minute on, 1 minute off. You might wanna run for 30 seconds on, or you know what? I'm gonna run hard for a couple minutes and then relax. It's more about mixing it up. Awesome. Yo, thank you all very much for joining us for our second ever women's open session. Thank you to the comrades in Black Roses NYC for coming up with this idea and pushing it forward. If it was up to me, I'd be at the beach. It's still July. Like I would just, I mean, I'm all for, you know, but I can take the summer off. But it's important, and it's incredible that you all would step out on faith and come out here. We wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for y'all. So from us to you all, thank you all very much for joining us. It means a lot. I'm more like Ernie, she's more like the Bert, so luckily we're in the same bathtub tonight. I fuck with Sesame Street! That's my word! Don't hurt the wood.
Yeah, because I go around kicking bamboo trees.
I'm just saying.
Much better than he does.
Crazy, brilliant mind.
It's a secret tin.